Hello everybody, and welcome to Superstars of Wrestling. This is Gorilla Monsoon along with Jesse the Body Ventura, and we are here in a very special Superstars. And boy, what a lineup we have for you tonight.
That's right, Gorilla. Boy, I gotta tell you something, Gorilla. We got one heck of a matchup tonight.
And the main event, we got the Macho Man Randy Savage going up against Crush as we get ready for tonight's wrestling action. Let's take you down to ringside now. Here is Howard Finkel with that matchup.
Boy, this ought to be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Boy, I tell you, the lineup we got tonight, Jesse, it's gonna blow your mind away.
Well, it ought to knock my socks off, Gorilla. Who do we have in our first matchup is what I want to know.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 245 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart! Here he comes, Bret the Hitman Hart, making his way down the aisle, and boy does he look tough.
Well, I tell you, Gorilla, Bret the Hitman Hart is one hell of a wrestler, but I don't know if he can stand against his opponent coming up here tonight. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, is one tough individual, and he don't put up with nothing for nobody, Gorilla. You know that as well as I do.
Well, we've certainly seen the $1 Million Man buy his way out of a lot of stuff.
And now, the opponent from Sensational Residence, weighing in at 256 pounds, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase! And here comes the $1 Million Man making his way down to the ring. Boy, he looks slick, don't he, Gorilla?
Well, I don't know about that, but he's not going to buy his way out of this one.
Well, he's going to have to do something because he's facing Bret the Hitman Hart here tonight.
And there goes the bell as we get ready for this one to get under its way here. And as you can see, Bret the Hitman Hart and the $1 Million Man are exchanging blows here. They're exchanging fisticuffs, if you will.
Oh, I tell you, the $1 Million Man is a lot tougher than you give him credit for, Gorilla.
Well, I never said anything bad about the $1 Million Man. But Bret the Hitman Hart, of course, at one time, the Intercontinental Champion, and he's got the $1 Million Man down now as they tie up now. Oh, a nice knee bash there, goes off the ropes, drop kick. Down is the $1 Million Man.
And look at Bret Hart stomping away at him.
Goes for the cover. Oh, a quick cover there by Bret the Hitman Hart as the $1 Million Man trying to run in.
He ran right into Bret the Hitman Hart's chest, Gorilla.
And now it looks like the $1 Million Man has reversed this one.
Boy, I tell you what, Bret the Hitman Hart better get it into this, better get it off the ropes.
Drop kick. Down goes the Hitman. And now the $1 Million Man stomping. He goes for the cover.
Oh, what a quick cover there by the $1 Million Man.
Yes, indeed it was. A nice elbow smash. And another one. And it looks like a series of elbow smash and stomps there by Bret the Hitman. He goes for the cover. One count only.
He kicks out of that one immediately. The $1 Million Man, as I had mentioned before, he's tough. And, you know, he doesn't go around just buying himself out of everything, Gorilla.
Well, I know that, but it looks like Bret the Hitman Hart in trouble here tonight as the $1 Million Man has him worn out. And a rolling smash. And now he goes off the ropes. Elbow smash. And now he goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, a quick cover, a 2 count as Bret the Hitman Hart kicks out of that one.
And now they're exchanging punches again.
Well, what do these two men think they're doing? This isn't a boxing match, you know. Bret the Hitman Hart, the excellence of execution. Looks like he's got the $1 Million Man in a bad way. And now he's got him down on the canvas.
Boy, I tell you what, this one could be all over with. I'd hate to say it. I mean, I'm all for the $1 Million Man.
Oh, I know. He buys you. Goes for the cover. 1. Oh, he kicks out on 1.
But, let's face it, Bret the Hitman Hart, one tough combatant here tonight, and he looks like he's got the $1 Million Man
off the ropes. Flying drop kick. And the sharpshooter. He's got him in the sharpshooter.
Yeah, but will he give up?
No, he did not give up. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness. He kicks out after 2.
I thought that was the end of the match right then and there, Gorilla.
So did I. And now Bret the Hitman Hart going for the sharpshooter once again.
He doesn't know whether he wants to put him in a sharpshooter or go for the cover or what.
He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. This one's all over with, folks. It's all over with.
It's in the books, Gorilla. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Bret the Hitman Hart!
Well, Bret the Hitman Hart put that one in the books. What a victory over the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
I'll tell you what, Gorilla, it was one hell of a match. And I didn't think Ted DiBiase, honestly, could be beat by the Hitman. But, the Hitman is well skilled and he's got everything going for him.
Well, he is called the Excellence of Execution, Jesse. They don't call him that for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match that was. As we get ready for our second match here tonight on Wrestling Superstars, I want to remind everybody that SummerSlam is right around the corner.
And boy, what a hot SummerSlam it's going to be. And now, from Death Valley, weighing in at 328 pounds, The Undertaker!
The Undertaker making his way down to the aisle here as he gets ready to face off against one tenacious opponent.
Who's the tenacious opponent? I'd like to see. I'll tell you what, Gorilla, this Undertaker really scares me. I mean, he legitimately frightens me. This is a scary guy. This is a guy that can't be beat. This is one guy I certainly wouldn't want to wrestle with back in the heyday.
Well, back in your heyday, there was lots of guys you wouldn't want to fool with, Jesse.
Listen to you talk, Gorilla. You're over here been retired for 15 years. You probably remember wrestling Boy George or Curious George.
Curious George. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, The Undertaker gets all set to go up against Tony Awesome. And we'll see what he can do here tonight against Tony Awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, Tony Awesome is one awesome opponent.
There goes the bell, and this one gets ready to get under its ways. The Undertaker and Tony Awesome are exchanging blows here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think the Undertaker's got this one pretty well wrapped up. I mean, he has really taken it to Tony Awesome.
Slings him off the ropes. A nice big clothesline. Down goes Tony Awesome. He picks him up. Atomic drop. A drop kick. Down he goes.
Boy, the Undertaker's right on Tony Awesome right out the gate, Gorilla.
A nice backbreaker there by the Undertaker. And as you mentioned, Jess, the Undertaker, one scary individual for sure, as Tony Awesome is going to have a tough time with him tonight.
Well, as you can see, Gorilla, now Tony Awesome has the Undertaker down, but he sits right up. That's what makes him a scary opponent. I don't think anybody can beat this guy.
Well, newcomer here in the World Wrestling Federation. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, that's not enough to put Tony Awesome away.
Tony Awesome is exchanging punches there with the Undertaker.
Well, I'll tell you what, thus so far, Tony Awesome not faring too bad here against the Undertaker.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time, Gorilla.
Look at both men clashed into the corners. But the Undertaker sits right up, and here he comes up against Tony Awesome. Picks him up, atomic drop, drop kick. Down is Tony Awesome. He goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, he kicks out.
No, it's way too early in the match for that, Gorilla. And now the Undertaker seems to have advantage of him. He is going to take Tony Awesome down here tonight.
This could be all over with. Yes, indeed. Tombstone Power Driver. Tombstone Power Driver. This one is all over with. There's the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, The Undertaker!
Wow, The Undertaker pulling off a victory here tonight.
It seems like The Undertaker made short work of Tony Awesome in a short amount of time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go to a few commercial breaks, but we'll be right back with more wrestling superstars. Don't go anywhere.
Can they get up to go to the bathroom?
Well, yeah, they can get up to go to the bathroom. And now, welcome back to Superstars, ladies and gentlemen, as we got a great one-on-one matchup scheduled for tonight.
Oh man, I'm going to tell you, that last bite we saw was against The Undertaker, and The Undertaker making short work of all his opponents, not just Tony Awesome.
Well, Tony Awesome wasn't very awesome, now was he?
No, but I'll tell you what, I like this next competitor coming up, Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect is the perfect guy. And now, introducing from Minnesota, weighed in at 257 pounds, Mr. Perfect!
Mr. Perfect making his way down to the ring here.
And look at this swagger of Mr. Perfect, Gorilla. Now there's a guy that can't be more perfect than this man right here, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig, one of the most awesome wrestlers in the WWE here today.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know about that, but he's definitely impressive as he goes up against George Rotundo.
George Rotundo is about to get his butt kicked from here to Timbuktu, Gorilla. This ain't going to be much of a matchup, I can tell you that right now. Mr. Perfect's going to beat the living daylights out of him and put him in the perfect plex, and 1, 2, 3 be all over with.
There goes the bell as these two tie up now. Mr. Perfect with an atomic drop and a drop kick sends this young man down. He tosses the young man off the ropes. Big time clothesline by Mr. Perfect. And now he picks him up, an atomic drop. And Mr. Perfect really working over his opponent here tonight.
Yes, indeed, this young man here. But now, as you can see, the young man lands some devastating punches there on Mr. Perfect. Irish whip into the ropes. He misses with the drop kick. And now him and Perfect tie up once again.
Boy, these collar tie-ups are really something else, Gorilla. They are the basic wrestling ever since I can remember.
They are the very basics, but I'll tell you what, Gorilla, sometimes those basic maneuvers can really work.
He goes for the cover. One count only. This young man still has enough force to fight back against a man like Mr. Perfect. I got to give it to him. I'll tell you what, Jess.
Well, there's an atomic drop you see there, Irish whip into the corner.
But oh my goodness, he knocks him down. Mr. Perfect forgot to duck. And now this young man here working his way on Mr. Perfect. As you can see, several elbow drops there. He tosses him off the ropes. A nice clothesline.
Boy, I tell you what,
1, 2, and no.
1.5 count, Gorilla. There was no way there was a 2 count there. You ain't getting a 2 count off of Mr. Perfect.
A nice suplex there by Mr. Perfect. And this young man is down. He tosses him out of the ring now. Nice hip toss. Goes outside the ring. Irish whip into those barricades.
And I gotta tell you something, Gorilla. Mr. Perfect is really working on this young man here tonight. Those barricades and that outside floor are very unforgiving. You know that as well as I do, Gorilla.
Yeah, well, he better get back in on the count of 6. And now he's working over Mr. Perfect. We'll see what the skills of this young man have to do. An atomic drop kick. And now they lock up. Irish whip into the ropes. And down goes the young man. Mr. Perfect reversed it. I don't believe it. And now Mr. Perfect tying up with him. And now, the perfect plex. This one is all over with. The perfect plex. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, indeed, folks. This one is in the books.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Mr. Perfect! Boy, that seemed like a quick matchup, Gorilla.
Boy, it sure does. It seems like that matchup went quicker than any of the other matchups we have tonight. I'll tell you that much.
Well, who's wrestling next? I mean, we've seen Bret the Hitman Hart, the $1 Million Man, the Undertaker. Who are we going to see next?
Well, I don't know, but this has been one hell of a night here on Superstars thus so far, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Perfect is exactly that. He is the perfect guy. He is the perfect wrestler. You saw him bowl that perfect game, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I did.
Yeah. Nothing this guy could do. Nothing he could do. Everything he does is absolutely flawless every time.
Well, I don't know about that one, but he is one hell of a competitor, that's for sure. Mr. Perfect, very victorious here tonight nonetheless.
But who are we going to see now? What is the next match on the card? You never did mention that, Gorilla.
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jess, we're going into the main event.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the main event for this evening. On his way to the ring, weighing in at 245 pounds from Sarasota, Florida, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the tough competitors here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, Macho Man Randy Savage, former champion, and certainly not to be toggled with, I can tell you that much, Jess.
Boy, I tell you, I remember when Savage was in his heyday, Gorilla. He was one hell of a wrestler.
Well, he still is one hell of a wrestler, Jess. But, of course, now we don't see him with Miss Elizabeth as much as we used to.
Well, you know what happened to Miss Elizabeth, don't you, Gorilla? I mean, come on, think about it. That no-good-for-nothing Luster Hogan took Miss Elizabeth away from the Macho Man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Concoast, Hawaii, weighing in at 315 pounds, Crush!
Oh, this is the main event, Gorilla.
Yes, indeed, this is the main event, as it will be the Macho Man Randy Savage going one-on-one against Crush.
Well, this ought to be a big-time matchup, Gorilla. The Macho Man versus Crush. Crush, a big man.
Yes, indeed. There goes the bells. This one gets ready to get under its way. These two tie up.
The old shoulder, the collar tie-up, Gorilla, is nothing like it in wrestling. And as you can see, these two are struggling.
And now it looks like Crush got the advantage over that tie-up, tosses him off the ropes, but he misses with a big drop kick. And now these two tie up again. And these two toggle back and forth. Macho Man with a body slam. And now a headbutt right to Crush.
Well, you know the thing about the headbutt, Gorilla, is it doesn't matter how many times he uses the headbutt. It's totally ineffective on Crush, because Crush has got such a hard head, you know.
Well, I don't know about that, but Randy Savage and Crush now exchanging kicks.
They are kicking each other. They're punching each other. We saw an awesome suplex there by the Macho Man earlier on, and now an atomic drop.
The Macho Man working Crush over. He goes for the cover. One count only.
Yeah, Crush is way too tough for that, Gorilla.
Several elbow drops there by Crush, as you can see, as they tie up again. An atomic drop. And he's punching away at Savage. Now, oh, look at that.
Oh, my goodness, Gorilla. He went for the slam, but ended up hitting that top rope.
And now the Macho Man picks him up. Atomic drop. What's he going to do here?
I have no idea, Gorilla. The two are tied up.
Oh, a nice backbreaker there by the Macho Man. Tosses him outside of the ring. Crush is out. He is down and out.
The Macho Man really working over Crush here tonight, Gorilla. Well, I'll tell you, the former champion is sure showing his stuff.
Yes, indeed, he is. Oh, look at that. He went to suplex him and hit that top, the apron there. And now the Macho Man laying out. And we're about 8 into the count almost. He gets in the ring on the count of 8. And here he goes. He pounds away at Crush.
Crush is worn out, Gorilla. I think we might have a winner here in the Macho Man.
Flying drop kick. We'll see. What's he going to do? He goes to the top rope. Flying elbow. This one is all over with. 1, 2, 3. I don't believe it. The Macho Man has won the match.
Wow, what a matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Whoa, what a match indeed as the Macho Man Randy Savage pulls off a win against Crush. Wow, wow, wow. What a main event here tonight on Superstars.
Boy, I tell you what, Gorilla, that was one hell of a match, and I am glad to be a part of it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for Superstars. For Jesse the Body Ventura, this is Gorilla Monsoon saying, so long, everybody.
Boy, that was one hell of a Superstars, Gorilla.
Yes, indeed, the music is still playing as you see Randy Savage having a hard time leaving the arena here. But, other than that, I do believe this one's in the books.
You know, I'm surprised we didn't have any tag team wrestling here tonight.